This is a shameless plea for social change. It's about the experience of being labeled a mental patient. And it's called AMA, which means Against Medical Advice, in four-wheel drive. So here we go, come along with me. AMA in four-wheel drive. Give it a rest, you see. Don't pester me. Stop getting off on how much you're helping me. You ain't never gonna trap my sorry morass if you just carjacking me. The street I'm on don't repeat so neat. You got to drive off-road to find my backwoods. Do some tracking, Daniel Boone. Follow the footprints, seek out the signs, telltale droppings, fragrance left behind. Existential sense that makes sense to the wild inhabitants of my mind. Bits of skin, still fresh on branches, meadows matted down in patches, vacant forms on crumpled grasses, thickets hiding second chances, stifled gasp as breath catches. Subtle entries, shadowed dens, sentries raised from gathered thatches haunted by the wind. 30 years of memory snatches, feral imprints, prescient swatches, fierce and reckless, far from still. You sure you want to risk your pretty tail in the boondocks of my trail? 'Cause this beast don't trample within no lines that you can define in the least by your sample. So let me give you a little tip before we take this trip. This is the story in my territory surrounding this incarceration that you're calling a hospitalization. Examination is defamation. Contamination of my situation with professionally encrypted spamination and a pathology of your creation. The mythology of your qualification to boost your reputation by predation of my information. All co-signed, doubly blind in justification of social condemnation with medical authorization for a diagnostic confabulation lacking in empirical foundation. If you think I'm cynical, let's get clinical. There ain't no paranoid that can fill the void of no detection of connection. My reality requires validity. If you're sitting with me, you got to listen to me. So if you're thinking you're a person with empathy, leave your smarts and your degree in the glass room with my sanity so we can both take stock of the rocks. And mind your manners, treatment planners. It's not polite to stare. And this hunt you're on with managed care is not about my welfare. It's not about my needs and lacks. Poor insight, bad hygiene, low ambition, want of skills or motivation. You want to know what it's about? You want to know what I think it's about? What a lot of other people like me think it's about? What we think it's about, but won't tell you? Because we're afraid that if we tell you what we really think and what we really feel, you'll just write us off as crazy all over again? Okay, here goes. Gotta change my hat for this one. Oh, and I need a wand. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, shift your gaze to the man behind the mellow yellow haze. Follow the sound of clinking coins. Pick up the trail. Turn left at the sign for the neuroleptic cocktail. 'Cause right behind that, you'll find a ritual that pays and pays for all the rats who run the maze, the bedfellows who make the stuff and sell the fluff, to the pros who sell the ills, the very ills that say we need to take their pills. So, if you really care about my best interests, if you really care about my welfare, stop acting like you're only there to serve my best interests. Give it a rest. Dear. Let me say that one more time. Dear. And again, dear. Are you with me now? Dare to share the risk at the edge of the abyss where we each might miss or find the ridge that's bridge enough for both of us. And please, take your focus off the psychiatric hocus pocus. And if you know any providers out there, any professionals, any psychiatrists or psychologists or therapists or case managers, hold them accountable to model some boundaries with that psychobabble gobbledygook. Because this safari we're on, it's not about my big buck. And if you happen to be one of those professionals who's in bed with Big Pharma, or you're all enthused about the DSM-4 and you think you're going to help me and people like me by just finding the right medication or getting us the right diagnostic label, here's the message I'd like you to take home from this. Get out of my truck. It's my trek. It's my terrain. It's my survival at stake out here. This is my wilderness and I want to steer. I want to drive my own way to alive. Thank you very much.